Welcome to Worst Shift Ever. Our guest today is Kamaal.
You
Guys, you might recognize him as Kamalachek from Kamalachek from
Kamaal Shake.
Yeah, Serverance, the series. But before we start talking to Kamaal, we want to address something that we've been, kind of thinking about, and it's that we've been sort of perpetuating some negative stereotypes about the restaurant industry, and how we've talked about the worst shift ever and shit on guests, and we're all doing math.
It was one time.
Yeah. It was one time. It was that we're always drunk and we hate everybody, but that's actually not the case. For at least for me, I barely drink. I've only done math a handful of times.
Proud of your journey, bro.
And I think that we've all all my best friends I made through the restaurant industry. It's a really cool industry where my best friend at my last job was a 60-year-old man and a 23-year-old kid. And I was like, that was the crew. So, yeah, we just kind of want to highlight some more positive stuff.
Is that what we're doing?
We're kind of doing a little bit of that.
What? I had prepared, brother. I was ready to rip some people apart.
No, we're just
so worst shift ever. We just want people to know there's some good things that come out of the hospitality.
Yeah.
My notes. Let's switch some things around here.
No, we want it. We will be
We're good.
Nice. We're still going to talk about our worst shift ever.
I think it's important to say that, first of all, we all essentially met each other through the industry, whether it be we worked together or used to come into my bar, et cetera, et cetera. But besides all that, what we do is extremely stressful, and it's great to commiserate about it and talk shit. But at the same time, there are great things that come out of it.
Yeah. I've only done the restaurant industry, and all my friends I have maybe one friend who I didn't meet through the restaurant industry.
That's fair.
And watching back our previous episodes is all we're doing is fuck this. How drunk do you get? And it's I don't even. Yeah. I can't remember the last time I had a drink at work. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
And that's
I mean, we love that shit, and we're still gonna do that shit.
Exactly.
It still would be an office meeting, but overall, I don't really get crazy like that.
And waiting is classic, and I'm not here to shit on waiting. Classic server restaurant movie, but one of the things that annoy me about it is it did kind of reinforce negative stereotypes that we serve food that drops on the ground and spit on people. It's we don't do that shit. Nobody does that.
Busters are ripping nos in the freezer all night.
Yeah.
Not that doesn't happen.
Yeah, right. I was talking to my mom, and she was like, do you guys ever talk about positive things? And I was like, you know what, Susan? We are. Shout out my mom, Susan.
Thanks, Susan. Thank you.
Yes.
And I was thinking maybe we could take a moment to shout out shout people out that we don't have a huge following, but I want to shout out some managers, some owners, some people that have impacted my life in a good way. And hopefully, we do a kind of I don't know. Is this kind of a kumbaya moment? Am I getting a little too
we can
sappy?
kumbaya though.
Yeah, are we dropping names though? I mean,
I'll shout out.
I kind of want to shout out some names, dude.
Okay. I got an immediate shout out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm going to shout out the Melman family.
Hey.
Let us entertain you. Great group of people. I know they're very punny.
Yeah, lettuce. It's like lettuce.
Lettuce.
Yeah.
Entertain you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great family. Always super respectful. They have a huge restaurant dynasty corporation based in Chicago, and they were always super fair to me. And they did this thing in their restaurants in pre-shifts, and they would do shout outs. Where during pre-shift, if we had time, you would go around the horn and shout out a fellow employee. They don't have to be in the room, but you shout somebody out. Hey, I want to shout out Kamaal. He helped me when I was in the weeds. Shout out Kamaal. So it would start this sort of positivity thing. So it's a little kumbaya, but that's what let's to fucking do
no,
shout outs.
Yeah, in this industry, take as many kumbayas as you can.
Yeah. That's awesome, actually. I've never been somewhere where they do that, and that's kind of wild because, like, that's actually like team morale is a huge part of working in a restaurant, and like if the team is solid with each other, that's fucking. That's
It was
dope.
also cool because like sometimes they'd be like, hey, somebody shouted you out yesterday, and I was like, I wasn't even there. I wasn't even in pre-shift. I wasn't even...
And then you go in also feeling good about it.
Dude, let's do it. You guys want to do a round of shout outs? You want to shout some
Yeah,
people out?
let's shout them out.
Let's shout them out. All right, Travis.
I got
let's
one.
start. Yeah.
I got one. Allison Lawley, dude.
Okay.
Allison Lawley. She was my GM at the now defunct Umami Burger before it was sold, when it was still good. Before it got sold to like 3 different companies. And she was I was like a supervisor there, like, and it was kind of like my way I like built up into management, of which I did for 6 months and then left because it was horrible.
Yeah.
But she actually like made me care about like steps of service and like the way things were done, and just like, I don't know, instilled like a lot of like my foundational like way I go about things, you know? It's, you know, it's hard to find someone that like positively influences you. You know what I mean? That
It's kind of like the same vibe when you're like, I want to shout out my English teacher who like told me about, made me care about school. The restaurant industry kind of has that element too, where you find that manager that's like,
You
hey,
work hard
like,
because you want them to be proud of you.
Yes.
Yeah, they're your Mr. Holland.
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah, dude, I called her boss. I still refer to her as boss, dude. She's my
nice.
favorite
That's
of all possible managers, dude.
Hell yeah. What's her name? Allison
Lawley.
Lawley. Shout out Allison
Yeah,
Lawley.
she's down at Stone now.
Oh,
Working, doing stuff at Stone.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, San Diego.
Come on, we caught you off guard with this, dude, but you got...
No, yeah. I want to shout out Dean Malouf.
Dude.
You know Dean, right? Yeah. Great dude.
Yeah,
He's
the best.
He was an owner with 2 other guys. All the guys are cool, but Dean just holds you down. Dean still texts me on my birthday and wishes me happy birthday.
Wow.
It's so cool. Like I love this dude. He was great. He was always someone who I felt like I had to show up to work and make sure the dean was happy, And he was also just a chill dude who would like sit down and have a glass of wine with you as well. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Love him.
We worked together with Dean. That's actually how I know Kamaal. It was
Yeah.
now closed down Village Idiot, R.I.P. Yeah, I'll see Dean out, and he's the fucking... There's not, like, awkward conversation. We see him out. He's like, hey, how you doing? How you been?
It's all love.
He's the best.
Yeah.
The absolute best.
Yeah, shout out Dean. I hope I didn't take yours.
No.
All right.
I mean, I kind of shout out the Melman family, but that's like a big...
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Messina family. I'm going to shout out the Messinas.
Oh, going families.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
families.
look at
Well,
you,
because,
man.
All right.
dude, the Messinas... Remember the...
It sounds like you're talking about mob families.
the
the
Melmans.
Melmans. The Messinas. Yeah.
No, the Messinas. You remember the plunging bus?
That's them.
So he was the owner, but his wife Doris worked there. Tommy and Jed, like the whole family worked at this place called the Whistle Stop, which is like this little tiny like red breakfast place next to a train, like a train tracks. And it was like one of my first jobs, and it was the fucking best. I was a dishwasher, like plunger extraordinaire, bus boy, and like it was so much fun. It was the best. So, I mean, it was a family business, so I have to shout out the whole fucking Messinas,
Yeah.
So, shout out the Messinas.
It's me?
Dude, it's me, it's you, but we should make this a regular thing.
I like this.
Yeah, we should shout people out.
Yeah,
often.
we should shout people out.
It's going to be tough because who do I want to shout out? Actually, I'll kind of follow suit and talk about somebody who kind of took me under their wing a little bit early on to bring me into like the cocktail world. When I was fresh out of Red Lobster,
Hell yeah.
I posted a video to this employment website, trying to get a job because I was unemployed. And Joseph Clary was a dude he's worked at restaurants in New York, and he was working out here, pulled me in for an interview. I had no experience other than Red Lobster, asked me all these questions about spirits, things I had no idea what I was talking about. It was probably like 23, 24. He hired me there, and he ended up actually he liked me. I was a good kid. He was like, let me get you another job as a barback so you can work your way up and become a bartender, and brought me to Umbrella.
Oh,
Yeah. So he
wow.
introduced me to Dave because
Yeah.
they used to, Dave Purcell, another person I can give a massive shout out to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who they worked together in New York. And then he brought me over to Umbrella where Dave was bar managing. And that's where I started to, 10 years later, I'm here bartending in the city because of both of those dudes.
Damn.
But Joe Clary, massive shout out to him. Also, Joe Clary is still a wild boy. Like, he gets his shit done. He wears suits. He's a general manager who's very about his business. But then I've seen him out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool because he got me a job at he got me a job at Umbrella, but that was like his neighborhood bar. So I would be working my other shifts, and then my boss from my other job would stumble in at 2 a.m. like carrying a massive umbrella he stole from someone's lawn.
Oh, love that.
Fucking wild.
But yeah,
man.
man,
Pretty good gift,
he's
Joe Clary.
yeah, Joe Clary's
think
a
I
real
know
G.
Joe.
Yeah,
Man,
you probably
great name.
you know Joe. I don't
Man
know.
of adventure.
But yeah, I like this shout out thing. You're right.
Shout out
Yeah.
things. I think it feels good. I don't
It
know. It feels
does.
natural. It feels
does.
good.
Yeah.
So let's keep with that. I mean, I don't want to be too fucking cheesy, but like, let's. If you got a story, great. If not, but this is worst shift ever. But we want you to tell us about your best shift ever.
ever.
Yeah, Daddy.
Nice. Said that at the same
Yeah.
time. I know. I'm trying to think of like what would be like one singular shift that I was like, this is the best. But usually it was at the same place we worked at. Like I worked brunch shifts, which if you work in this industry are
Bottom.
not easy. They are very grueling and very hard. But when I worked with people at this spot, the Village Idiot, at the beginning of it, we were all like, we cared about what we were doing. We were all on top of our like game, and we all worked really well together. And then there was like a DJ playing too. So we would take care of the guests. We would have like a good time with them and talk with them. We would kind of do a little dance. Sometimes me and Alex would do like Footloose across the floor. Like it
yeah.
was silly, but we also had a really, really good time. And then after that, we would party all together. Like you said, like some of my best friends are from that place.
Dude, it was a full-on family.
It was. It really, really felt like a family.
I remember when I
out.
remember when I got fired from the Village Idiot. And this is a huge, I'm going to get maybe ripped apart on the comments. It's the only time I cried from getting fired.
Yeah.
I cried a single tear like a Native American dude at the bar down the cheek when I got fired.
Oh,
Because it was like a
Why'd you get fired?
We didn't get into all that, but I remember that night.
Oh yeah, that was a bad night. I got fired.
Hey, I've incriminated myself on here before.
I got
so-
fired because, so I was a party boy, and this is, I mean, for those who don't know, this is kind of a weird, like, but I had a show with Comedy Central, and I was like, kind of like, I was like,
Senioritis. You're feeling like
I
any
was-
day.
yeah, I was like, any day now, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have my show with Comedy Central.
Was this before the night you did meth?
This was actually,
Just
yeah.
check. I just want to just gauge.
Yeah.
Like
Check the
what?
trajectory.
oh yeah.
And I was just riding high. Every shift I worked, I was in a great mood. There was nothing to be upset about in my life. Like I was just like stoked on life, you know. And I was going to I was going to cool parties and shit. And I went to this pool party at she's like a very big comedian. I don't want to name drop. That's kind of
Nah,
weird, but
yeah.
and this even sounds kind of douchey, of me to even explain, but just
Hey,
a matter of fact.
It's just your truth, man. It's
yeah,
your
it's
history.
just
baby.
my truth. And anyways, I was at her pool party, and I'm not gonna not go, but I had to work that night. And this is I don't know why I had this very instilled thing in me that I could not call out of shifts. I should have just called out.
Yeah, always.
Dude, I'm not joking. I went 13 years with missing one shift because I got food poisoning and pooped my pants. That was the only time I called out. I was like, hey.
You were on your way in.
About to get out the car.
Listen, I just pooped my pants.
Did you tell them were you honest about what happened? Were you like, hey, I just sharted, or did you?
No, I was like, I can't come in. I'm dying. I don't think I told him I pooped my pants, but I probably did. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't get away from the toilet. Anyways, that's the one time I missed a shift. Anyway, so I should have just called out. Anyways, I went to this pool party, and it was just drinking, and I was like, hey guys, I gotta leave and go work a bar shift, and then at this place we worked at, you'd clock in, immediately go on break, and do family meal. And instead of doing that, I went to Melrose Umbrella Company, and I ripped like 3 shots. I'm not joking, in a half hour.
How drunk were you prior to? Like, did you feel like you were nosediving?
I was
and you needed to
nosediving,
bring
and I
yourself
needed to
back
like,
up
I
to-
need to have a couple to like, I don't know. So this is like also like we just talked about like negative. We don't want to perpetuate negative stereotypes. And then immediately I'm just like getting fucking.
Hey, you got fired for this.
I
so.
did. So I went to Umbrella Company and took a few shots during the break, and then I got back and was like just bartending and being a maniac or whatever. And my boss like pulled me aside, and she's like, "Dude, are you okay, man?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Like, she's like, "I love you, dude, but like, this is Billy Joe."
Yeah, I know.
She's like, "Oh yeah, you were there.
I was there.
You were there."
Yeah, I heard.
And she's like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "Do me a favor, take 15, go smoke a cig, do whatever you got to do. Just like get it together. Splash your face with water." Like, she knew I was bullshitting. So my 15 that she gave me, I went to Umbrella and took a shot.
Jake. The
And-
disrespect.
And I also had taken.
Love it.
I'd also taken an Adderall, so I was thinking like,
oh yeah.
you know, like I'm good. I took an Adderall. I'm gonna be like it'll kick in. I'll be
Focused.
fine. Yeah, I'm fucking hyper focused. And I got back from this like break, and I was working the service well, and on the service well pass, there was like 15 glasses, and
Like
my manager.
dirty glasses? Or
No,
ones
just
you were
like
building.
with tickets.
Okay.
And my manager was like, "What are all these drinks with these tickets?" And I was like, "Those are the cocktails." It was just glasses filled with ice. 15 glasses filled with just ice. I wasn't doing anything. I was just putting ice in glasses and putting them up in the pass. And she was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
So she pulled me into the liquor room, and she's like, "What is going on, man?" And she's like, "Are you on something?" And I was like, "Relax. I took an Adderall." And she's like,
Yeah.
she's like, "Are you
have
prescribed
protection.
Adderall?" And I was like, "No, because I'm not, because I'm an honest guy. I don't call out of work, and I tell the truth about it." And she's like, "Go home." And I was like, "What are you talking about? We need, like, oh." And then she's like, "Dude, go home. Like, this is not good." So I went home. And like when I got home, actually everybody was in the dark room.
Yeah, we
I
were
went
all
to
in
the
the dark room.
I went to the dark room. That's
Jake
yeah.
did what?
I went to the dark room. Went to the dark room, and then we had a party at my place afterwards.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, guy I love, Patrick,
Yeah.
was like, "Dude." And here's the thing. This actually touches on something that we talked about in past episode. One of the issues was that the former GM was a guy who super nice dude, but was always drinking with you. And in fact, like during the shift would be like, "Let's do a couple Fernats," or like
Yep.
pour us a couple whiskeys. Dave,
Yeah,
great
yeah.
guy, like
Yeah.
fucking man. He's super nice, but like didn't enforce like a non-drinking thing, and like actually like reinforced the idea that it was okay to drink during work. So
Well-
like that was like we were like there was so many shifts at this place where with this particular manager, I was like fucking like blackout drunk basically with him.
Yeah.
Closing the bar down, and like it was just for me, I should have known it was wrong place, wrong time, but like I loved the crew, so I'm like, Kamal's like one of my best friends, like Alex Cassidy, one of my best, like
Yeah.
Bickerstaff, like
Yeah.
all these Matt, everybody from this place. We were Amy Joe,
Amy
we were
Jo,
like a
love Amy
fucking,
Jo,
we
shout
were
out.
like a full blown family.
Yeah.
So the reason I shed the tear wasn't that I got fired. It was like that I realized I like had a drinking problem. That was more. Yeah, you guys feel it coming on right now. I'm about to drop one, dude.
Dude, this is turning into the most emotional shift ever. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see all this coming. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough, man. Especially when it is like enforced that drinking, because you're like, I've had a few, but I can show up and it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's also hard to say no when a manager's just like, "Hey, man, you wanna? I'm gonna." you
Yeah,
Yeah,
know?
it's
time.
like, why the fuck not?
The answer
Yeah,
is never
shot
no.
clock, brother. Let's line them up.
Yeah. So
So was it? If she had, do you think if she
She'd
on
been
the
she'd just been fucking cool about it, dude.
No. If you think, do you think that if you went home on the first, are you okay? Take a like give it 15, have a cigarette, and you were like, I don't feel right, I gotta go. You think you still would have been fired, or do you think that there would have been?
I think that second, I think I did like a Boilermaker at Umbrella. I think I did a shot, and they, like at Umbrella, like I was a regular, and they, like a shot was like
3 or 4 ounces.
yeah,
mezcal,
and like a shot and a beer on a 15-minute break, like a boom and slam a beer, like it just was just enough to put me over the edge where I was like I was lit up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were putting
That's
ice in
what put you
glasses.
over the edge. That's a good segue into some rapid fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's do some on the fly.
Have you ever been fired?
No, never been fired. I've been almost fired. I've heard like rumblings about someone wanting to fire me, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. 2 weeks. Like, see you later. And I found another place. But never been fired from my job.
Never.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Snuck out of there just in time.
dude. That's an exclusive club.
Yeah. Yeah. I try not to,
Yeah.
I try to stay a couple steps ahead of the people who want to get rid of me. Never going to happen. Yeah. So yeah, nope, never been fired from a job, which has been pretty cool.
Nice.
I worked at a spot in on campus in Michigan State, and I was like a short order cook, and people were like, I think the owner came in, and I was on my break eating behind like in the back room or whatever, and he was like one of these, and I was like, what's the problem, my boy? Like, and then like the next day, it was like, he wants to get rid of you, he wants to fire you. I was like, I'm literally like leaving in a week, like I'm moving to Los Angeles, I don't care. And they're like, well, you're gonna get. I was like, I'm out of here. Don't leave. It doesn't matter to me. I'm going. Like it's cool. And then yeah, I left before it happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta stay one step ahead.
You gotta stay at least two.
Yeah.
2-3 steps ahead.
Love
y'all.
that.
Yeah.
Have you been drunk at work?
I've been intoxicated at work, yes. I don't think I've ever been like where I've like, oh, I don't remember like clocking out kind of situation.
Okay.
But I've been like, I've had a couple drinks in me and I've had a good time at work. But usually I'm around other people who are also drinking or who are worse than me. Not you though.
Yeah.
It wasn't you. And then I'd be like, okay, cool. We know the limit and it's right there. And then I'll like drink some water or eat.
And by
like that.
comparison, you're.
Yeah, I'm good compared.
Yeah,
Comparatively, I am once again a couple steps ahead.
What's the What's the best? Because you're a server. We didn't tell the.
I was a server there at the
we
age.
should
Yeah,
tell everybody.
yeah.
So you're primarily a server, right?
I mean, at this point, I do both. Like I
Yeah,
bartend
bartending.
now. I've been bartending about as long as I've been serving.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think because for serving you can have higher peaks. As a server, what's your best singular night of tips?
Oh.
Like, what's the most you made?
It wasn't a night. It was a day. It was during like our World Cup situation.
Oh yeah.
Where we worked from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I think we made like $400 or $500, which isn't crazy, but considering how many people were on the floor and how long of a day that was, it was good. But no, I've never made like a crazy amount of money at work. Like no one's ever been like, here's $1,000. Thank you for everything you did today.
Yeah.
I keep it nice and chill with my guests. I'm like, what do you need? What do you do for it? Sometimes I'll chat them up and they're cool and they'll like tip us like $100 on like a $50 check or something like that. But other than that, never gotten like a huge tip for serving or bartending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if people are going to tip you, they're going to tip you. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like steps of service, like you can go above and beyond. That's not really going to change what they're going to pay you,
Not gonna
really. You know
sway
what I
too
mean?
much.
Nah,
It's not
if
gonna
they like
tilt-
you, they
tilt
like
you.
you. And they'll be like, you know what? Boom.
What was your first shift ever?
My first shift ever. This is kind of. I worked in college. I like worked like in the kitchen, like in the cafeteria.
Nice.
Terrible job. As a dude coming from like high school, going into college, and being like, you know what I'm gonna do to stay cool and relevant? Work in the cafeteria with my boys. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, you know what, I'm gonna make the mashed potatoes today. You know, no, it was. So that was the first kind of like job that I did. But I think my first shift, I'll call it outside of like being in working within a government like Michigan State or whatever, was like I worked at what's the name? It's just like bagels and all that good stuff. It's like Larry David's favorite plot spot.
Einstein Bros.
Panera Bread. I worked
Panera.
there. Yes. That
Panera's
was
Larry David's favorite spot.
it used to be. Like if you watch like old Curb Your Enthusiasm, he's
Got
always
it.
at the
Oh,
Panera.
okay.
Well, dude, Panera's.
Panera.
I used to love Panera.
Same. Yeah.
That tomato soup.
Dude, I was living off Panera for a minute.
Yeah. That little tomato basil like bread they had. It's amazing. So I would get up.
Shout out Panera.
Shout out
Bread.
Panera
Yeah,
Bread.
let's
Get a
go.
fucking
Shout out Panera
sponsorship
Bread.
going, dude.
Yeah, but I was like just out of college and I was like earning money to move to Los Angeles. And so I would wake up at like, that's a lie. I would go out, stay open to the bars like 2 a.m., not sleep or try to take a quick nap and then go into Panera like 4 a.m. and then work from 4 a.m. to 1 at Panera Bread, take another nap, and then go work my second job when I was a short order cook. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, I could never do that now.
No.
I couldn't even come close to doing that.
This is Michigan State.
This is Michigan State. Yeah, just
Dude,
out East
go
Lansing.
green, dude.
Yeah. Go white, brother. Yeah.
East Lansing, dude. You party at the Rock, dude?
I did. Nice. I like your callback. Yeah, that's good. You knew. Were you on that? Did you go to the campus ever?
No, I dated a girl who went, and
Yeah.
I from Chicago. We drove out, and I was like,
Let's go.
I would like get down with because dude, you guys are diehard about your sports, dude.
Yeah,
basketball,
sports.
Holy shit.
We were at one point like one of like the what do you call it, the most biggest party schools? Like,
yeah,
in
it was like the
America?
biggest party school.
Yeah.
'Cause It was East Lansing, right?
East Lansing is where the
not-
campus is.
yeah.
And then Lansing is
Lansing.
also where you can hang out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Yeah, times out there. But that was kind of my first job.
What was your coach's name?
Tom Izzo is the
Yeah,
basketball
Izzo,
coach.
the
yeah,
Izzone.
Yeah. Great guy. Still. Like I don't know that man. I think my dad's met him once. But he's another dude. I'm like, look up to that dude. He's cool. I want to be better because of Tom Izzo.
Is that where you're from? Are you from?
I'm from Detroit originally, but went to school in East Lansing. Also spent a lot of time in Flint too, which isn't that far outside of that area as well.
Yeah, they got the water thing.
Yeah, they do. They have the water thing still, which is insane.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's super crazy, right? It's,
Oh
it's
my
almost
God.
like purposeful or whatever. But we're not here to talk about conspiracy theories. We're not here to get
Are
into
we
all that.
surprised that
No, we're not
everything's still on
surprised
fire?
about the town that can't get any clean water. But yeah.
Shit, what else we got for on the
Well,
fly?
I'm just curious, man. Back of house
Yeah.
versus front of house. When I was an AGM for a minute, I fried some things.
Yeah.
Was not great at it. I
Okay.
did learn how to cook a burger, which was nice. You know, the whole mid-rare,
Yep,
medium,
yep,
you know
yep.
what I mean?
Yeah,
The-
yeah,
you're-
love that. That was genius, man, when I figured that out.
What's that?
So
use
it's
your-
how you test the how cooked red meat is. So like burger or steak. So this is what is this, well done?
No, you go. I think you
I
go
think you go back.
inside.
I thought
Oh,
I
yes,
learned
inside?
it was this guy, and then middle is medium well, medium.
Maybe it's both.
Medium
Either one.
rare.
This one doesn't change for me.
See
Really?
this
I think this might be a little more on point.
Oh, I don't know.
by
This
doing
works
that.
for me, y'all.
a very sharp shard of glass from a Mountain Valley glass bottle went directly through my hand right here. So I have a bunch of scar tissue right here. So it's all well done for me.
Whoa, dude, that's a serious scar.
Oh yeah, man, went all the way in.
Ooh.
We can
Do you-
we
do
can do an
you-
injury
happen?
segment at some point.
Yeah, we
I
should
got
do
a
an
lot.
Yeah, we should do an injury.
Is your functionality full?
Yeah, I was very lucky. I didn't slice any tendons. So it went in through all the tendons.
Oh.
And came out.
Oh.
I reached into a box to pick up a new bottle of sparkling water, and there was one that was shattered that had gotten delivered.
Dude, I hate that kind of shit. That like makes my butthole quiver.
Yeah,
seriously.
Ooh, any work injuries?
Also no.
Nice.
I've slipped
Damn,
past.
dude.
2 steps
Like,
ahead.
Exactly. dude. Not gonna give me sparing knife. Like, no, it's not happening. No. I've never been hurt at work. I'm also always worried to be hurt at work because if you've had anything to drink, you're like doubly screwed.
Yeah.
So I take it extra, I'm extra careful with that stuff. But I've been around some people who've gotten like seriously injured at work.
Ooh.
Yeah. If that guy's ever in town, shout out Miguel. Get him on here and have him tell the story about what happened to his foot.
Oh my god.
That was oof.
Good lord.
That was
So our
crazy.
good buddy Miguel. Dude, shout out fucking Miguel Lopez.
out
Dude, we're
Miguel.
just shouting
Shout out
everybody
Miguel.
out,
Yeah.
dude. It's a whole episode.
big
of
guy.
shouting.
Always a great guy to work
Dude,
with.
It's a positive
Yeah.
episode.
It is.
You know what? I think every episode should be a little bit of both. A little bit of positive, a
Yeah.
little bit of negative, dude.
I like it, yeah.
Any good battery.
Balance out, man.
You
Yin
know?
and yang. Oh, I did. What's front of house versus back of house?
Oh, right, yeah,
man?
sorry, yes.
No. How do you enjoy back of house? Did you want to get out to the front of the house? Do you miss some things in the kitchen?
I love cooking, and like the short order cook thing, it was great. It was like I just made like gyros and burgers, and I even enjoy like slicing up onions. I'd be in the back. I had that stuff down to a science. I was like,
You got good knife skills?
Not anymore, but back then I just like yeah, and I'd just be in the back. I'd be like, I would volunteer for it. I was like, I'm gonna hang out back here and just do this. Knock this out.
Was crossing the line into the front of house a financial decision?
Well, at this spot, it didn't matter because it was like you walked up, ordered something, and then you sat down kind of thing. So we didn't really have a front of the house type situation. It was just more like, and we all kind of did it anyway. Like we would like all work the front and the back. I just needed a job, so I got here and I went looking. I think the Cheesecake Factory was hiring, so I was like,
Dude, I would love to work at the Cheese.
yeah, they did not want me. Yeah, I had like very little experience, so I interviewed there, and then I walked across the street, and I saw this other space called like the Daily Grill, and I went up there, and I sat down with this woman, and I was like, she was just like, hey, what brings you in? I was like, I'm just looking for a job. I just moved here. I got to work hard, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, okay, cool. Come back, wear a suit, shave, and then you can talk to one of the other managers. Like, shout out Nadine. She got me in, like, for real.
Nadine.
Wherever she is. I hope she's well. But, yeah, came back, and I started off as a host, and I did that for a while. And then I did, like takeout. And this place did, like, serious takeout. This is in Brentwood, so they love that. Just coming like curbside, coming downstairs, picking up your stuff. They were all about it. So that was a big like responsibility, and I shouldn't put quotes on that. That was a big responsibility. And did that, and then I was like, I want to be a server, and they kind of fall back on me being a server for some reason. They're just like, I don't know if you have what it takes, and I was like, I think I could figure it out. Like I'm pretty smart, dude. Like,
I gotta hit buttons,
Yeah.
and then pick things up and walk down places.
Exactly, but no, they were wrong. They were very specific there. They were like very like the guests that were coming in were like very specific. Like some like celebrities were coming to that place too, which was kind of wild. And they were like, we want to split this, we want to split that, we want this off of this, we want this off of that. So if you weren't like paying attention to your job, then you can mess up, and they would let you know that you messed up. So yeah, did that, and then once I got out of there is when I started bartending more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good training. Did they train you up for service that you felt?
That was serious. Like compared to what I see service training now, I'm like, this is nothing. You guys have it so easy, and I wish you didn't, because you would probably be better at your jobs if someone cared enough to actually train you how to do the job.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. It is true. It is kind of crazy, the minimal training that people have and just walk into jobs, especially like jobs that like service matters, and it's like, you know what I mean, like, you know, celebrity spot or fine dining, and people just walk in there and you're like, what are you doing, man? I've tried to train people bartending, talking about like counts, like, oh, an ounce, no, it's a 4 count, and straight up they've been like, no, mine's a 5 count.
Dude, mine's a 6 count.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. There is no your count. There's a count.
no.
That is it.
Dude, you know what we should do? We should do a fucking competition with the vials.
Oh, free pour?
We should do a free pour thing here in the show.
Oh, I would
destroy
love
all
that.
What's that?
I'll destroy you.
Dude,
Let's go.
Dude,
If
my
I'm
free
counting on
pour,
anybody, it's gonna
my
be
free
you.
pour
Let's
is
go.
so. No, I go
No,
quick.
I'm
I go
kidding.
quick 6.
You got to set it up like ounce and a quarter ounce, ounce and a half, ounce and 3 like really get it.
Yep.
Really get it
We're
going.
gonna do it next episode.
Oh, I'm excited.
Can you talk about the grill spot again, where like also the guests were cool? I don't. You said something about that, right? Or
No, the guests were not cool.
oh,
The guests were, and I would like never work in Brentwood again if I could. I did it twice, and the second time I was bamboozled. I was tricked. I thought I was working at the Fairfax location, and then I was like, no, we're opening up a new location in Brentwood. I was like, is there any way I can get out of this? And they're like, so we got. I was like, this is all we got for you. Sorry, it's gonna be Brentwood. And I walked back in that area again, and I was like, none of you have changed. Well, some people were nice, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you, because there are certain areas in LA, Santa Monica, and other spots where it's the clientele and the bars that you work at and the restaurants you work at, that people come in, they're awful. But then there's pockets. There's pockets of good.
There
are pockets of good.
Yeah.
Certain places where people come in and you're like, you know what? Get the fuck in here.
yeah. You tip 20%. Get the fuck in here.
Manners. Get the fuck
Oh,
in here.
yeah.
Thank
Your friend's too drunk, but you mouth, I'm sorry. and give me a little wave as you're taking them the fuck out of there. Get the fuck in
the
here.
fuck in here.
Fuck
Get in here.
Yes.
You know your limits. Get the
Oh,
fuck in
get the
here.
fuck in here, man.
You know what you like to drink or eat? Get the fuck in here. You're not surprise me? Get that out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck in here, man.
Get the fuck in here when you're like, oh, I like this. I like a martini, dry, olives. Get the fuck in.
Get the fuck in here, man.
Oh, you say please and thank you like a normal human being.
Oh,
Get the fuck in here.
get the fuck in here.
Oh, you treat me like a human instead of a fucking servant.
Yeah.
Get the fuck in here.
Yeah.
Get the
in
fuck
here.
in
Yeah.
here, man.
I say hi, you say hello back. Get the fuck in here.
You understand that we're working in a restaurant that's busy.
Yes.
And your food might take a little bit longer, or your drinks might take a little bit longer. Get the fuck in here.
Get the fuck in here.
You know how to open your eyes and read the menu?
Ooh.
Oh,
Get the
Get the
fuck
fuck
Get
in
the fuck
here.
in here.
Get the fuck
You
in
get a steak, cut into it, it's a little bit under, and I'm like, oh, let me take care of that. And you're like, no, it's fine, I'll eat it. And I'm like, no, you will not. I'm gonna take care of it because you're a good person. Get the fuck
the
in
fuck
here.
in
in here.
You see a rat? You see a rat running around? You pull me over and you say, hey, not to freak anyone out, not a big deal. Love the food, love the place, but I just saw a little rodent. Just giving you a heads up. Get the fuck in here.
Yeah.
Fuck in here. Guy comes in, starts fighting with your manager, threatens to beat him up, and then you go take him down jiu-jitsu style? Get the fuck in here.
Get the fuck in here.
Get the fuck in here.
Get in here, daddy.
Yeah. I love that kind of I love that kind of stepping up. Two dudes are coming up to me at the bar trying to fight me, and you stand up and like, I got your back.
Get the fuck in
Get
here.
the fuck in
Get
here.
the fuck in here,
Yeah.
man. Absolutely.
Yes.
Ooh, those are big. Those
Yeah.
are big. I'm transferring you to a table, and you drop me a 20 spot anyway. Just independent tip, dude.
get
Like,
your ass
fuck in
in
here,
here.
man.
Fuck
Dude,
in
just
here.
tipping in cash.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
Oh,
in here.
get the fuck in here. Those were the days,
Yeah,
man.
well, that's for you. Get the fuck in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you. Get the.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's some good people.
Yeah,
There's some good guests out there.
There are some good
absolutely.
guests out there. There's
Yeah.
some good guests out there.
Plenty of people. You want to get the fuck in here. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the meat of the show.
Sure.
We want to hear about it, dude. Tell us your worst shift ever.
I'll go with this one because I've had a couple times where people have tried to fight me. I'm I'm pretty direct, and I'm not like I don't bullshit people. I'll be like, hey, this is what happened. This is where you are. Like I'm not like, hey, honey, hey, love. I don't. To those who do it, do yours. Like if you're cool with that, cool. With me, it feels icky to me. So I'm a supervisor. And we were closing at 2 a.m. I did my last call a little late, so that part is on me 100%. But I did it, and then I went over to this couple, and I was like, hey, guys, just give you a heads up. You got about 5 more minutes to finish your drinks. They're the only people that are in the bar. And they're like, no, we're going to finish our drinks. And I was like, it is California law. You can't have you drinking after 2 a.m. I will have to pull your drinks if you do not finish them. It was like, sir, we're going to finish our drinks. Thank you. Could you, like fuck off to me? And I was like... So I walked off, tried to get my stuff together, and then of course 2 a.m. came over, and they're still just leisurely drinking their drinks, and I took it out of her hand. I was like, ma'am, too many times. And I poured it out, and I was like, have a great night. Come back in, we'll take care of you, but tonight's not the night. Have a good one. And then they sat there a little bit, and then the dude was like, no, you disrespected my wife. And I was like, sir, I told you what was up. I didn't.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. You know what? We want our money back for our drinks. And I was like, you pay for the drinks. You've been in, like, they were older. Like, they weren't, like, young kids. They were, like probably in their mid-40s, maybe late 40s. And I was like, you know how this works. You've been in a bar before. We're closed. I had to take your drinks. Have a good night. And he just kept, like, trying to fight me with it. He, like, got up out of his chair. He was, like, getting even more and more upset. And when I was trying to de-escalate the situation for the longest, I was like, I'm done. Like you've been yelling at me for way too long. You're acting like a child right now. I need you to leave. This is on you. I had to take your drinks. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing this with you. And he still kept like getting in my face. And then the bartender who was on the job as well, back turned, just like he wasn't even a part of it. He was just like, I don't know.
Come on,
I was like,
man.
dude. Yeah, because it was the other way around. I would have to have your back. So
Gotta jump in.
You gotta jump in.
Because if
dude.
it's 2, then they usually shut the fuck up.
Exactly. No, but there was just me on this like precipice by myself. Eventually, after like going back and forth with this guy, yelling at him and him yelling at me about me taking his wife a drink and me not giving him a refund back. In fact, you know what? I did. I said, hey, at the end of it, I was like, hey, give him their money back.
Yeah, just give them the fucking
Just
money.
give them the money back. Like, I don't care, but you still got to go. And they're like, well, you don't know how you're running the business. Like, I'm doing it like anyone else would. Have a good night. And as they're like leaving and they're like all pissed off and I'm like going to close the door, the wife is trying to kick me as I'm like closing the door. And I was like, this is insane. So that was probably up there with one of the worst shifts ever, where I was just feeling like enraged and like upset and like ready to throw it
Like,
down.
punch a lady in the throat.
Yeah. You know, like, I don't want to have to do this, man, but if you kick me, we're in a problem. No, I would never.
Wow.
Maybe. No.
Kicking, huh?
Kicking, like
That's
just trying
crazy.
to out the door, and I was like,
Wild.
just as, and I was like, okay, good night.
Wow.
I said good day, sir.
But yeah, I think about that often.
That's so wild, man. And like, it's just like someone feels like a touch of disrespect instead of just owning their behavior.
Yeah.
And then they just gotta like
They
dig
gotta
their
blow
heels
up.
in,
Yeah.
man, until they feel respected, which isn't gonna happen
No.
at that point,
Not
you know?
with me. I'm not the one. I will never be that person.
Yeah, absolutely not. Oh, fuck that shit.
Yeah. So that was one of the worst.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Physical attacks have been ranking high on our
Right?
worst shift meter.
Yeah.
If you're physically in danger, that seems to be
It's usually what like sticks with you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Lots of bad shifts,
Yeah.
forget a lot of them.
Forget a lot.
Physical altercations, you always remember.
Always remember, like I've messed up a lot, like during like shifts where I'm been like, oh, nothing's going right for me. Like I just keep like doing this, doing that, the other. I forget something, or I'm not like fast enough with something, and then it kind of builds, and then I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then, but I'm like, I'm trying to do my best. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just here trying to do my job. Yeah.
yeah.
It's the name of the game, baby.
Thanks to Kamaal for being on the
Yes.
show.
Thank you for having me.
This was our first worst shift ever, where we talked about a best shift ever. We're doing a whole new thing. you
Yeah.
know? So thanks for being part of this. You know.
Yeah, you brought
New
a whole
positive
new.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also the chairs, man. I
Chair-
love this.
yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah.
You can take that with you.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get out of here, guys. I gotta call my guy, get a truck in there.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It was worst shift ever. See you next time.
Yeah.